Irish Menon, if I look back to the team of 1983 that won the first World Cup, or indeed the first team that beat England in 1971 and West Indies, most of the players came from the big cities. Now you have this small town revolution. Shami represents that. Amroha to Calcutta, and then eventually, of course, the bright lights. But there are a number of them. Mahendra Singh Dhoni, you could argue, was a pioneer, as was Kapil Dev before him. Is that one of the big changes that you see? That these young cricketers now from the small towns come with no baggage whatsoever?
Well, I think two things have led to this. One is that I don't think we've given enough credit to Sourav Ganguly for actually encouraging cricketers from the less popular zones, shall we say. And the other thing is the spread of television over the years. Now, someone sitting in the backwaters somewhere can actually watch international cricket on television. He sees the players. He sees what is the kind of fame and fortune they have. And this can be a tremendous motivation. So there are these two things that initially started them out. And then there is, of course, the fact that there is money in the game, that you can make a living out of it. The fact is that out of, say, 50,000 people who play some level of club cricket in India, or whatever the number, only 11 can actually represent the country at any one given time. The fact is that some of the fame, some of the fortune really has sort of percolated down the line. And there is a strong belief that where it will ultimately win out, there has been politics, there have been post-selections, there have been sort of selections that have been questionable for decades. But by and large, people think that if you perform at these various sort of age-level tournaments, there is a definite step-by-step progression to come to the top. And I think that's encouraging too. And it's not just that everything is concentrated at the top, nor is everything concentrated in the big cities. So therefore, there's greater encouragement for that kind of, when you have an early ambition.
Those are all fine points. I just want to tell our viewers, my late father played cricket for India in the 1960s. He's the only Goa-born cricketer to play for India, male cricketer. And he never had seen a cricket match till he was 17 on a proper cricket ground, moved then to Mumbai. There was no television in those days, so he only heard radio commentary. But to take off from something that Suresh said, Mudar, it's meritocratic. You see, Indians believe that nepotism works, but on the cricket field, just because my father played, I couldn't play. Cricket doesn't run in the blood. You've got to be talented. Is that something that makes it so attractive, that you have all these boys coming from these small towns or indeed the big cities, but make it purely on their own ability?
Completely. In fact, I would go to the point of saying that the Indian cricket team is possibly the only visible form of governance, public governance in India. And I would say the cleanest form of public governance, in the sense that you may have a team which is visible, but there could be nepotism. Political parties are opaque. There's so many aspects of public life which are actually hidden from public view. But this is in the open, and I think that the Indian cricket team is possibly the cleanest visible form of governance in this country, and to that extent contains no quota, no reservation, no sifarish, no upar se call aaya tha ya upar se order aaya tha. In this space, nothing works. So I use a slightly crude term, but this is the America in India. This is where the land of clean opportunity, it's actually the Indian cricket team.
That's a lovely way to put it again, that it's the land of opportunity. And Rahul Dikuna, you made a point about Bollywood, but Bollywood, there can be nepotism. You can become a film star because someone in your family was one, but you can't do it in cricket. That seems to make cricket so attractive to so many. Rahul? I don't know whether... Rahul, can you hear me? Okay, let me try and go to Shishir Atangdi with that. Shishir, do you agree with that? That, that makes cricket so attractive. These boys, there's no nepotism in the game. You get picked because you're the best 11 players to play for India. Okay, we're having a problem with both Rahul and Shishir's line. Let me try. Suresh, you want to take that question?
Yes, Rajdeep. I think that is largely true, particularly at the top level. I mean, the fact is that anybody can pick 15 players for the Indian team. I mean, my maid servant can do it, because if you follow cricket for a bit, you know exactly who the 15, 20 players are who are worthy of being in the national team. Then the rest is fine tuning. You know, I remember Tiger Pataudi said once, I asked him, I said, did you always get the 11 that you wanted in the team? And he told me, I made sure that I got the 11 I wanted, maybe not the 16 or 15. After that, I didn't care if this selector's nephew or that selector's wife's son or whatever, nephew, whatever came into the team. I didn't bother, as long as I got the 11. So the fact is that even at that time, when he was basically telling me that not all selections were fair, he still had the fairness to say that, but I got what I wanted. And I think currently most Indian captains can actually say that. It wasn't always true, but I think it's true today. I think Indian captains get the team they want, and that's a huge difference from the past.